it comes out, 0.
Hello guys, welcome again to other live stream. This live stream actually is gonna be very interesting. Why? Because we are gonna talk about the monthly close for Bitcoin and potential, well, actually bounce in macro time frames. Okay, so let's start. Well, first of all, thank you very much because this channel, well, we are almost reaching 300 followers, subscribers in less than 2 weeks actually. I remember I spent maybe 4 months to reach 100, and now in less than 2 weeks, well, very good actually, very good. Thank you very much for your support. And also thank you very much for all the Patreon members, supporters, because as you can see now we are improving the Discord group with the new channel, with new channels, bots, and everything, right? So, well, thank you very much. Okay, so let's start. Okay, first of all, we have here the 5-day chart. 5-day chart is very interesting. Why? Because for first time in long time, we have a potential buy signal forming. There is no confirmation, of course, for Bitcoin right now here. The problem with this is we have the ADX positive. As long the ADX is positive, maybe this could be a fake signal. Yes, of course. I want to see the ADX getting negative, so that means it will take maybe 1 month. I mean, February, maybe March, we will see a potential buy signal potential. Why? Because for now, this is not a buy signal 100%, because the ADX is positive. That means the bears here, they are still selling. And actually, you can see it very easy in OBB. We don't have bullish divergences in OBB. So potentially, we will see maybe a bounce, yes, but it's gonna be the bounce for 100k or 200k. I don't think so. It's just gonna be a bounce in the macro time frames. So let me explain more. Okay, we know here, I said long time ago, I think in November, I said careful with this, because if $47,000 breaks, there is a very high probability we will see a major leg down to the next area in 5-day chart, where in mid-30s, around 34, 35, and now Bitcoin is here. So, but here, not because I saw Bitcoin here, that means we are gonna buy here. Of course not. Why? Because we need to see what is gonna happen with the price, right? The price action in that moment. So in this area, yeah, from this area and this area, it was my target in 5-day chart. As you can see here, this is the area. Around $34,000 and $33,000, and the lowest point I am looking for is around here, this area, around $30,000, 29. This is my second area. I am looking for a potential entry. Now I am not expecting Bitcoin is gonna break this area soon. I don't think so. First, I am looking for a bounce. A bounce in weekly chart, 5-day chart. That means it will take maybe 2 or 3 months. Let me be clear with this, because I can see many people, they have a problem with this time, right? So they want to see big moves, crashes in hours. In that case, maybe you want to see 5-minute chart, or you want to try 5-minute chart or 1 hour. I don't know, but in this channel, I am swing trader. So the minimum time frame I am trading is 4 hours. So after 3 months in November, when I call this better divergences in a squeeze and following my system, I was expecting, I said to you, well, the minimum target if the mid-55 breaks, is the lowest point is around mid-30s, $30,000. Now the question is, should I buy right now? Of course, it depends. If you are a long-term trader, investor, maybe yes. For Bitcoin, this is the lowest point we are right now in micro time frames. Or from $35,000 to $30,000, this is the area we are in the lowest point. Now, is this a buy signal? As I said, there is no confirmation. One of the reasons Bitcoin bounced from $30,000 to $68,000, 69, is because the ADX, I mean the sellers here, they were super weak. As you can see here, the ADX is always was negative in this crash. So that means in macro time frames it was just a correction. But this one is different. The biggest concerning here is if for first time since, well, I think 2020, the ADX crossed a sell line here and is positive. That means this could be a fake out and we will see other leg down to the downside. So be careful with this. As I said, I want to be very, very careful. As I said, I am looking for a bounce, yes, but there is no confirmation. Okay, so I am not saying, first of all, I am not a financial advisor. Okay, so I am not saying buy right now. Let me be very clear, because in my system I don't have a confirmation in 5-day chart, not yet, and also I don't see a clear accumulation or something different in 5-day chart right now. Now let's talk about the weekly chart. If 5-day chart is like that, of course weekly is even worse. As you can see here, the ADX is getting positive. Be careful, because if you see ADX taking off the previous high in November 2021, so we will see other leg down. That means this ADX is going to start increasing and the sell pressure is going to start, well, it's going to be bad. Now, the other thing you should know in weekly chart, next week we are going to have the confirmation of expansion of volatility. So that means February, March, April, we will see massive moves. I'm not expecting a sideways market anymore. Sideways was here and here. The move was not the move we were looking for in weekly chart. The move we are looking for is something like this in weekly chart. Okay, so this is very simple. If the ADX is getting positive here and we don't see a buy signal in weekly chart, be ready, because if this $30,000 is gonna break potentially and we will see a major leg down, something like this, something like we saw here, this crash and this crash. Okay, so I don't have bullish, if I don't have bullish divergence in 5-day chart, of course I don't have in weekly chart. So the major lows for Bitcoin, historically speaking, using WB, every time when you see WB in the below or touching the zero line or below zero line, is the golden pocket. I mean, what I said, golden pocket is the time to start buying Bitcoin. I don't care the price. I cannot tell you the price. It could be $20,000, $10,000, $30,000. I don't care. But if I see Bitcoin breaking this line, the WB, and is sideways here, that means this is a potential buy in the long term. In the long term, of course. Okay, so that is different. And this is as investor, as investor. And now we are going to talk about trading. Now let's talk about trading. Now monthly chart is the biggest thing right now. Is coming is in let me check. This weekend, Monday. Okay, in 3 days we are gonna have the monthly close. So this is very, very simple. Actually, this is super easy to read, this monthly close. Any close below, let me mark here. Yeah, actually right now at this level, below $38,000, I will say, any close below there, I am expecting order leg down to the monthly MA55. Yeah, in some point. Yeah, so why? Because we have the various divergences here in monthly chart. So in monthly basis, this is gonna be bad. So that's why, as I said before, even if I see 5-day chart with a potential buy signal, I don't trust 100%. Why? Because I know the monthly. Monthly is not good for Bitcoin. So the lowest point I'm expecting Bitcoin is testing the MA55 in monthly basis. So the monthly basis in Bitcoin, historically speaking, has been the biggest area for buying. So that doesn't mean, like, if you see Bitcoin testing the MA55 around $23,000 next month or the next 2-3 months, that doesn't mean we are gonna buy here. We need to check again the chart and see what is gonna happen. Of course, there is a buy as investor, yes, technically speaking, yes, but keep in mind this. All the traders in the long term, they are just buying the MA55 in 5-day chart 2 times, in 2019, 2020, and now 3 times. Actually, at 3rd time we will see it again, maybe in the next through 3 or 4 months, maybe this year. So, but we have something very important, like is the first time we have in the history of Bitcoin monthly bearish divergences here. So that's why I want to see if I see Bitcoin testing this line. Sorry, I want to do it more clear here. Okay, here, if you see Bitcoin testing this line, one thing I want to see is finally Bitcoin crossing the zero line here, crossing like this. Why? Because the next thing I am expecting is Bitcoin in sideways in here, in this area, holding the MA55, and maybe if I see a potential buy signal in monthly, yes. But as I said before, this is the first time in the history we have bearish divergences in monthly chart, and also is the first time in the history of Bitcoin in bi-monthly we have a sell signal. So, second time. Last time was in 2018, and now is in 2022 we have this sell signal. Actually, in November 2021 we fired this. We have this sell signal. So the lowest point in bi-monthly following my system is the MA55 always. So the MA55 right now is around $14,000. Be careful with my words. I am not saying Bitcoin is gonna crash right now. Be careful, because I'm talking about monthly. Monthly, that means all the year, all this year. Okay, so if I talk about 5-day chart or weekly chart or monthly, please think about months, weeks. Okay, now why I am starting with this, because we are talking about the monthly. Simple. Any close below $38,000, $37,000 worth, we will see utter leg down in for Bitcoin in monthly basis. Now, how I'm gonna play this is simple. I am in short. I was in short since November last year. I am in short in $66,000. Short in 52, short at 44, and now maybe I will short. I enter in short at $38,000 400, and I closed my short around 35. I am just shorting the market right now because I don't see because my macro timeframes are clear. Now, the question is this the bottom right now? I mean, let's think like, okay, $30,000 is gonna be the bottom. Honestly, based on the monthly, I don't think so. I am expecting a bounce. Yes, of course, yes, we are gonna see it, but the close, I am not expecting a major move right now here. All this week we are gonna see just sideways. Why? Because market makers, they are waiting, or traders, investors, they are waiting for the monthly close. Usually when you see the monthly is coming, always when I know the macro timeframes are not good, I like to wait for the confirmation. So the worst scenario for Bitcoin, if any close below this week below $34,000 is gonna be my here. $36,000. As you can see now, we are talking about very dangerous numbers for Bitcoin. Why? Because the range is very simple. $38,000 monthly basis, $35,000 a weekly chart. Yeah. So Bitcoin, I'm expecting, is gonna be in sideways all this week, waiting for the confirmation. What is gonna be the next direction? So, as I said, any close monthly below 38, bad. Any close below 35, super bad. Yep, because we are gonna have the confirmation for this breakdown of this level. As I said before, I am expecting a bounce. $30,000, yes, but I think we are gonna see this move after the monthly close. So this is the area Bitcoin must defend, and it's gonna be better if Bitcoin close above 39. I mean, I'm talking about the close, okay? Doesn't matter if the next month Bitcoin crash a little bit more, doesn't matter. The close is the most important, because that could be like the next month is gonna be a fake out, a bear trap. So now we know what is gonna the range we are talking. I'm expecting a range right now sideways for this week. Now let's talk about the 1-day chart. 1-day chart is very interesting right now. Why? Because for first time in since, let me see, November, I can see finally some signals of accumulation. OBB broke the previous high in 2017, 2018. This is a hidden bearish divergence, yes. But as investor or well long-term trader, I am looking for this. The slope is gonna be positive, and the squeeze moment, the OBB is gonna start accumulating here, something like this. As long the OBB is the exponential is holding, acting as support, doesn't matter if the price is dropping, doesn't matter if Bitcoin is doing something like this, a little bit more crash or $30,000, I don't know. If we see this pattern in the next month or two, we are talking about accumulation. So what does that mean? Market makers, they are accumulating and they are manipulating the price just to scare more the people. For example, here it is very obvious in 1-day chart, Bitcoin is gonna test around $39,000, $38,000 maybe this week, and from there we are expecting other leg down. If this leg down, in this pullback, I see more accumulation, well, we will see a major bounce in potentially something like this. Let's study a little bit. Bitcoin was in sideways in $30,000, but as you can see here, OBB broke the previous high in 2021 in June, and from there we will see other test to the May 21 in a price action, and from there Bitcoin crashed other $6,000 to $7,000 to 29. But as you can see here, it's very easy to understand. Like in OBB, this was accumulation. So market makers, they were manipulating the price, and retailers, they were just selling. And here you see after that a nice bounce. Why? Because this is a massive bullish divergences here. So that's why it's very important. My lead indicator in my system is always the OBB, because with OBB I can see what market makers in average they are doing. I mean in general, in the big picture. One moment. So as you can see here, now we have this bear trap in this area. Yeah, as you can see here, this is a bear trap because OBB is telling us what market makers are doing, and also plus we have the support of the squeeze momentum indicator here, where we have this bullish divergence in 1-day chart. In 1-day chart we have this one. You see? So also the DX is getting negative, so that means we have all the good setup to start thinking Bitcoin is gonna have a big bounce. Now, the question is right now, do we have that setup? Of course not. Is this accumulation right now? Of course not. This is the first sign, okay? This is the first sign of hope for bulls. So from him, this is gonna take maybe 1 month. 1 month of price action to understand if this is gonna be accumulation or not. Why? Because if we see something like this, this is gonna be bad. For example, here we have this small accumulation. Yes, as you can see here, Bitcoin actually went from here, I think it was $52,000, $10,000 move from $52,000 to $67,000 around there, and from there we will see a major crash. So maybe this is accumulation just to start maybe thinking like maybe Bitcoin will just crash to $30,000. We will see a major bounce here to maybe $44,000, and from there we will see a major rejection. So that is my speculation right now. Now, what I'm doing right now, just watching Netflix. I am not trading because there is no setup right now. My setup was yesterday. I was in long position here, in short position here, and after that I closed my position around $36,000. Why? Because Bitcoin was not crashing more. It was just in sideways here. So always I decided to just protect my profits. Now, what I'm going to do right now, nothing, because as I said before, Bitcoin is gonna be using sideways here, and I'm gonna start looking for my next position. In general, I am looking for the leg down here based on the squeeze momentum indicator. As you can see here, Bitcoin is not bouncing, and when it 4-hour chart enters in zero line, zero territory, we will see major other leg down to maybe $35,000 here, and from there I am expecting a bounce, as I said before, playing this bounce. Why? Because in 1-day chart, as you can see here, we have potential accumulation, yes, and we have bullish divergence in 1-day chart, but we need to see the ADX getting negative. After that, I am speculating that bounce we are gonna have. So I think that's it for Bitcoin. That's it. And now the question is what we are gonna do with altcoins. Altcoins, since November, I am not trading altcoins. Okay. So, but I'm gonna talk because I am expecting a bounce for many altcoins next month. Maybe we can start talking what we are gonna do with altcoins. Okay. I'm gonna start with first one thing. One of the reasons I am expecting this bounce is because USDT dominance is showing something very interesting. Bitcoin USDT dominance is showing in 5-day chart. Sorry, this is the highest point you can see USDT. So in monthly basis, I am expecting a breakout, yes, but in 1-day chart, I am expecting maybe next month we are gonna see a pullback, and this pullback is gonna be the bounce I am speculating for Bitcoin, and after that breakout, and we will see new highs for USDT. So that means the dollar is gonna be stronger and stronger this year, and we will see a major crash for the markets. The reason for this is simple. Monthly chart is bullish. This was just a period of accumulation in USDT. Here, why? Because we have a buy signal in squeeze momentum indicator, and any close above 4.334 actually this month. We will see the pullback, yes, of course, yes, in 1-day chart. But from here, something like this, we will see a major breakout this year. So be careful with your trades, because in the mid-term, I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin and altcoins, yes, but in general, the market, in my perspective, this year is gonna crash even more. I mean, crypto markets. So now let's talk about the 1-day chart for this asset. As you can see here, this is just, as a trader, I will never buy here, never buy here, never buy here, and I am expecting maybe other leg down for USDT, and this is the pullback I'm expecting for USDT. So this is the bounce I'm expecting for Bitcoin. So as you can see here, in the moment when this asset is forming a better divergence here in 1-day chart, the ADX is gonna be negative maybe next week or next month, and we will see a correction in 1-day time frame. So that means Bitcoin in the next leg down, we will see opportunity to enter in long position or play the bounce. But as I said before, it's a bounce, okay, for now. Okay, now let's talk about altcoins. Well, first let me check the questions. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna create I was talking with some members of the group. I'm gonna create a TikTok account for my cat, and my cat is gonna be a trader, and my cat is gonna follow all the influencers and YouTubers, and is gonna buy all the shitcoins they are shilling. My cat is gonna show you how is the performance, how is going the performance. But I think next month I will do it. I will share with all of you the account of my cat. But my cat is gonna be very famous, you will see. Okay. No, I am not from Spain. I am I am not from Spain. Coworkers are talented. Meow, low. Curtis to the moon. Okay, so let's start. Okay, I'm gonna start with Cardano as usual. Cardano. Many people they love Cardano. Many people they hate Cardano. Okay, let me see. Okay, the only hope I have for Cardano is Bitcoin. If I am right with Bitcoin, and we will see other push for Bitcoin to, bounce maybe next month or the next 2 months. I wanna see Cardano holding and defending $1, and the most important thing, closing above 1.15, 10, 15 in monthly basis, because in 3 days, if in 3 days we don't see this bounce and Cardano is closing $1.15, we are gonna see major crash in monthly basis next month. Major crash. My target, as I said a long time ago, the first target was $1, and now closing below here, we will see a major leg down to 0.40. This is the first area, and in the long term 0.10, 0.08, and maybe the floor. But as I said, first of all, I need to see the confirmation. Okay. Now let's talk about other coins. Okay, one day chart for Cardano. Let me see, one day chart. We have bullish divergences, yes. The problem with this, with Cardano, is there is no volume. Even in one day chart, there is no volume. There is nothing to support Cardano. There is a very high probability we will see Cardano below $1 next month. Of course, if you are a trader or you're an investor, makes sense to start investing at $1. Yes, because it's the lowest point for Cardano. The problem is Cardano has a bigger resistance right now here around $1 with 30 cents. So market makers, they will wait for the close confirmation on monthly below 1.15, and maybe in one day chart they will push the price to 1.37 cents, and from there we'll just crush the Ponzi. Because remember, monthly chart is very different, one day chart is different. Okay. Now let's talk about other coins. Okay, let's start with Luna. I'm thinking to buy Luna one day, not now, not maybe this year, but Luna one day chart, bearish downtrend. ADX is getting positive. No, thank you. ADX in negative territory without bullish divergences. No thanks. Weekly chart, let me see if I can tell you something different. Any close this weekend below 57, I'm expecting other leg down to 35, 36. Maybe I am wrong with my technical analysis for Bitcoin, and maybe we will see other leg down next month. Why? Because altcoins, they are not following. Let's see. Okay, yes, other leg down below $57, $60 this month, monthly basis. We will see other leg down to $43, $37 in the next 2 months, maybe. Let me see by weekly. Yes, 40, 43, 37 is gonna be the area I am gonna start looking for this asset. Yes, monthly reversal. Any close below 60, same level. Any close below here, we will have a monthly reversal, and the lowest point 34. Yeah, same level as I explained before. Luna is very funny because media were saying, oh yeah, if you buy Luna at 75, is the bottom. Is the bottom. My God, yeah, it's the bottom. Yeah, show me the bottom. I wanna see the bottom. Yeah, very powerful bottom, right? Yeah, that's why for me media is just shit. Okay, let's talk about Atom. Okay, Atom, well, actually is looking great. I mean, the trend is your friend, and the trend is to the upside. So next month, maybe 23, 24, $20 is gonna be the area I'm gonna start looking for. If this weekly we see the close below 30. Yes, Actually, $20 is gonna be the area. $20 is gonna be the area I'm gonna start looking for. But pay attention, because if you see this asset testing the around this area, I will say, based on the trend, this is a buy. Let me see the. Actually, let me mark this coin because Atom is gonna be good in the long term. Yes, bullish divergence is forming in weekly chart. Auto test to breaking the lowest point 22 and maybe testing 19. Around here we will see bullish divergences in weekly chart. So the trend is your friend, and Atom, I don't know what it's doing, but it's looking great. In weekly perspective, of course. Monthly is uptrend. Yes, 2019 in monthly basis is the place I am looking for a buy. I don't have more information here, but as I said, as long the trend is your friend. Simple. Okay, FTM, what is that? Phantom, I think. FTM. Okay, let me see. Weekly chart. Better divergence in weekly chart. It's very simple. Any close below 1.9490, we will see other leg down to 1.26 this month. Next month. Next month we will see that there is no volume. Yep. I think 1.25. I will expect a bounce from here. The trend is your friend. As long the trend is uptrend, this is a major opportunity. I will say $1 with 20 cents, $1, and from there maybe we'll see a bounce. Let me see 1 day chart. 1 day chart, no buy signal. Yep, this is gonna leg down to one. Yep, this area. This area is gonna be your area if you are looking for phantom here, and this bounce is gonna be just a test of the MA55. Okay, let's talk about now about Luna. No, Kava. Okay, let's talk about Kava. I don't have Kava here. Kava USDT Binance. Okay. Okay, 1 day chart is in downtrend, of course. After we saw this rejection, as you can see here, very good rejection, testing the lowest point. Of course, I am expecting a bounce. Yes, technically speaking, I should wait for the small bounce to MA55, to the MA55 around $4. Of course, some accumulation here. Let me see the weekly chart because maybe weekly chart is looking not bad. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I think I will wait for the weekly chart, the monthly and weekly. Any close below $3 with 20 cents here in the monthly and weekly chart. Worst, even $3 with 20. $3 with 20. The monthly, I mean, wait for the monthly and weekly. If you see this asset closing below the even $3, you will see a major leg down. I don't know, maybe $2, $1 with 70 cents. Why? Because, well, this is a rejection. Okay, this is a rejection. You have your confirmation here. Of course, you are in the lowest point. As investor, makes sense for me to start buying maybe between $3 and this point around $2.50. But as I said before, the problem with this asset is losing the biggest area of support right now. You want to see Kava closing about $3.15 around here. You want to see closing about here. Why? Because any close below there is nothing to stop Kava to go there to 1.50. So be careful with this asset, okay? Because this asset, as I said, makes sense to start buying here, yes, but you need to see the confirmation first. Let me see the monthly. My god, the monthly is worst. Any close below, yep, $3 with 50 cents in monthly basis. There is nothing to stop in monthly basis Kava to break down all the way to 1.50. Okay. Let me see here. There is no volume. Well, I don't see more things, just price action. Yeah, from here and from there, I'm expecting other big bounce here, something like that. Monthly is not bearish because even Kaba can crash to all the way down here. As long as it's holding this level and it's not losing this level, monthly is an uptrend, something like this. Okay, so let's talk about other coins. BNB. Okay, monthly is still above the MA21. Perfect, as long as MA21 is respected. More sideways maybe monthly. Let me see the weekly chart. Weekly chart bouncing, yeah, testing the MA55. This is very interesting. Okay, this area, in my personal opinion, is gonna be the lowest point for some time for BNB, between 280 to 360 around here. I know it's a big area, but as investor or swing trader, of course, in a spot, my personal opinion, this is the area for start thinking maybe accumulating some BNB. If Bitcoin is gonna bounce in the next 2 or 3 months, of course, right? We need to see the confirmation first. Now we have if we have a buy signal right now, of course not. We need to wait maybe other month or two, and after that we will see something like this. We need to wait more time. Let me see the monthly chart if I can tell you something with this quiz. Okay, this is for many altcoins, it's just a bouncing weekly, and monthly is still not good. Okay, this is, as investor, this is the area for start closing my positions if I vote in 2020 around $20. Okay, so Ethereum, let me see Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum is like Bitcoin. Any close below 2,200 this month, we will see a major leg down all the way down to $1,000 with 300 at the previous high. So if that happens, that means maybe Bitcoin, we will see Bitcoin around mid-30s, mid-20s, if that happens. Because usually Ethereum is leading the market. If you see Ethereum breaking down or breaking up first, usually Bitcoin will do it after a couple of weeks after that. So let me see the monthly. Of course, this is not a sell signal, a buy signal, of course not. The bulls in macro time frames, just they disappear. And this could be if you bought, for example, $200, and this is the place you start looking for your sells, because technically speaking, it's something like this. Yeah, this line, of course, I don't know exactly the price, right? But looks like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are doing something similar, something like this. And from here, maybe we will see something like this. Okay. Now let's talk about a strong. Let me see a strong bad monthly. This is not good. Weekly chart. Okay. Weekly chart is defending the lowest point here, around 400. So if you are wanna be bullish here, when you see the MA like this is flat, is because the price is such a choppy market. You will see sideways. So the best thing you can do if you are investor or swing trader long term, wait for the signal in a squeeze. When you see this, and if you see the price is still defending here, well, you will start thinking maybe strong, it will have other leg up to the upside. So I am not bearish with this coin in weekly chart. Why? Because it's not crashing. As you can see, it's defending very good the 440 level. But as I said before, wait for Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin breaks, everything is gonna break. Now let me be clear, guys. This is a time when you must be super careful with altcoins. Okay. My rule number one is, if I don't see Bitcoin in a healthy bull trend, uptrend in weekly chart or monthly, that means there is a very high probability I will get wrecked in altcoins. Okay. So when you want to buy altcoins, well, when you see Bitcoin in a very healthy uptrend. Okay. So, okay, let's talk about Magic. What is that? Magic. Okay. Okay, this is an uptrend. Yes, in weekly chart. Let me see. Okay, this is the trend is your friend, right? As you can see here, this is an uptrend. I don't like these kind of coins because, as you can see, there is no volume, many weeks. But in general, as you can see here, every time when it's testing the MI21 and MI50, it's a bounce, bounce, bounce. And here, other test to maybe the MI55 and maybe the same. Looks like, based on this high and this high, this asset is now in range, something like this, and you will have to wait for a while. Let me see here. We have buy signal here. Yes, maybe other other push to the upside, maybe, and we will have better divergences in a squeeze. So that means the next leg up you will see here, it will be a major crash. But based on the trend, this crash or this drop is gonna be other buy opportunity to keep going. As long the trend is not broken, the trend is your friend. Simple. Okay, so let's talk about other coins. Let me see Solana, because Solana is something I am following since long time ago. I am looking for Solana. You can see always with all of you guys. Always I am checking Solana because I want to buy Solana in the long term. Not great. Okay, it's very easy play. Any close below $100, 104. This in the next 3 days, we will see other leg down to finally. Oh my god! I mean, many altcoins, they are getting ready for the next move to the other leg down in monthly and weekly chart, as you can see here. So that means maybe I'm wrong with Bitcoin. Maybe the potential buy signal I'm looking for right now for Bitcoin is wrong. That's why I like to check all the market, because I want to see the big picture, what is happening, right? So I am not buying Solana here. Makes sense for me right now buying Solana? Not really. Why? Because buying Solana $100, it's not a good idea, because there is no volume to support this area. So where is gonna be when is gonna be the area I'm gonna start thinking, not buying, thinking if I buy Solana is if I see Solana testing this area, or is in sideways more for maybe, I don't know, 1 month or 2, and is building some volume here, here, and is consolidating here. Honestly, I don't think so. I think Solana is gonna break down. Why? Because, well, Solana is very young asset, right? It's new, like Axie Infinite. So Solana born around in September 2020 in a bull run. We don't know the performance of Solana in a bear market. Remember, Ethereum in a bull market from $100, $80 to 1,500, and crash again to the basement. Ethereum, I remember. So maybe Solana in this bear market, 40, even 10, 11, who knows? I don't know. I cannot tell you. But the only thing I can tell you right now is the close. If the close is below $100 in the next month, potentially we will see one test to 40. This level tested in some point next month, this year. And the biggest area for buying Solana, I don't think we will see that level again. Maybe, who knows? Is $10. If I see one day Solana $10, wow, oh my god, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, the reason why maybe I am wrong, I'm thinking maybe I will be wrong with Bitcoin is simple. It's because let me show you Bitcoin again. Bitcoin. Okay. In 5-day chart, as you can see here, the squeeze momentum indicator is gonna show us potential buy signal. Yeah. Potential buy signal. So that means we will see a potential bounce. My target for this could be around at least the MI55 in 5-day chart, around here. But it will take time. It will take time. usually when I see these kind of things, okay, perfect, I like to play. But one thing is, I have a system, okay? When you have a system, in my system, I need to check 4 or 5 points. If I see 3 or 4, 3 points, they are okay. Okay, maybe the probabilities are higher. That means maybe it's a legit buy signal. But if I don't see, for example, I have 5, I see 2, they are with the check mark, okay. But the other 3, they are failing or they are not in the same page. It could be a fake out. That's why. So we have potential buy signal, yes. In a squeeze, yes, perfect. But do we have the ADX? No, we don't have it. Do we have the OBB supporting this potential buy signal? No, we don't have it. Do you see? That's why potentially I could be wrong with this right now. That's why the best way for me for trading this is just wait for the close, wait for confirmation, and I am not expecting a major move right now. Bitcoin is gonna enter here maybe in sideways for a while, and from there maybe we will see outer bounce from this level. Keep in mind this: Bitcoin, technically speaking, following my system, yeah, is in downtrend. Why? Every time when Bitcoin or any asset is breaking with a lot of, power, not just a small wick, no, a very, very, very strong move to the downside, breaking the MA55, for me is a trend reversal. For example, every time when Bitcoin broke the MA55, as you can see here, MA55 broken, confirmation, and after that major leg down. So this is the bounce I am looking for right now for Bitcoin. As you can see here, this is the breakdown. Bitcoin is gonna test, I hope to see $3,000. We will see the major leg up, something like this, and from there, if Bitcoin gets rejected again, this bounce is the bounce I am looking for right now. If Bitcoin gets rejected from this level, maybe around 44, 45, 46, around there, we will see a major crash like this. Yeah, so there are many examples you can see in the charts. For example, here, here, Bitcoin test broke a little bit the MA55, bounce, and here new low, defending this level, $6,000, again bouncing. $6,000 was the support, right? So now you can think my speculation right now is $6,000 was the strongest support, like they were saying 2016, 17, 18. I am expecting $30,000 is gonna be the new $6,000 for this year. So the next, if I am right with this, we will see something bounce, something like this, looking like this, something like this, and from there we will see a major crash this year. That is my speculation. Why? It's simple, because the monthly chart is not supporting the price anymore. As long as I have this sell signal, this buy signal, sell signal with better divergence in monthly chart, I'm gonna be very careful with Bitcoin. Of course, in the long term, I can buy, yes, of course, yes. I will play the bounces, yes. But in general, if I know we have better divergences in monthly chart, that is the time like I'm gonna be very careful. Why? Because many people who bought here and here, they are cashing out here. Simple. So the question is here. For example, I think, okay, if someone bought here at $60,000 or $40,000 and he or she is thinking it's cheap, why? Based on what you are thinking is cheap right now, why you didn't buy when it was a $4,000, $5,000, or $3,000? In the long term, maybe you're right, of course, because the trend is your friend, and this is going to the moon. Yes, maybe in 3 or 4 years. Bitcoin is in monthly chart. In monthly chart is an uptrend. You will never lose on Bitcoin as long you. How can I say this? As long the monthly chart, the trend is respected, you will never lose on Bitcoin. If you bought at $20,000, after 3 years, you will recover your money. So as long Bitcoin is respecting this trend, all the people who bought in $60,000, $50,000, maybe in another 2-3 years, they will recover their money because the trend is your friend. Now, the only thing we are negotiating here is where we are gonna buy the cheapest, or the best opportunity to buy Bitcoin, because we know the trend is your friend. So the trend is to the upside, right? So the lowest point, of course, is here. The second lowest point is this one. And because based on my experience, I am saying about my experience, I know market makers, they will just crash a little bit more, like here, the asset. And after that, when people will start thinking, oh, Bitcoin finally to $3,000, $2,000 to zero, whatever, here, this is with me. This is with me. Here is when I'm gonna start buying Bitcoin. I don't care the price. Why? Because I know the monthly chart is an uptrend. So as long from $20,000 below, I don't care the price. Simple. Because this is gonna be the major opportunity of lifetime for me. In my personal, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal view of the markets. Any close, very close to the MA55 and below there, this is a lifetime opportunity for Bitcoin and many assets. Simple. As long Bitcoin is in uptrend in monthly, we are gonna see a real bear market in monthly. Yes, I don't know when. I cannot tell you. But if we see it, technically speaking, Bitcoin must break around this level, around $6,000. So that means from $60,000 to all the way down to $6,000. I'm breaking this level. We will see it at 1,000. For me, honestly, I don't think so. That is not. I'm not saying it's impossible. But maybe we will see it maybe in 5 or 10 years. Who knows? But not now. So I am playing the trend, and the trend is your friend. Every time Bitcoin is at MA55, and again MA55. Every time here is the biggest area for start buying Bitcoin in the long term. You see? So in monthly, I am not bearish. Just the only thing I'm saying is we will see a correction. That's it. Let me show you something else. Okay, this is the monthly, and here this is the weekly. I'm gonna here weekly chart. The biggest problem of many traders is because they don't understand the time frames. Here. Okay, this is the weekly chart, right side, and weekly and left side monthly. Tell me, in monthly chart, where is the bear market? There is no bear market, right? There is no bear market. Bitcoin is just in uptrend in monthly chart. In weekly chart, tell me where is the market. Well, it's more easy to understand, right? Okay, weekly chart, here, and potentially here. Potentially here, forming the beginning. You see? So all the corrections you see here, and potentially here, they are just corrections in monthly. Corrections, why? In a very healthy uptrend. Healthy uptrend. You see? So when people call or say bear market, actually technically speaking, they are wrong. We are gonna enter in a bear market. No, actually no. The bear market, the name bear market in media is just to scare people. Oh, welcome to the bear market. No. Technically speaking, is welcome to the correction in weekly chart for Bitcoin, because there is no bear market. Where is the bear market? Tell me, show me. You see? So the next time when you see people, if I say it like bear market, let me be clear. I am talking about bear market, yes, in weekly chart. Okay? This is a bear market, yes. A weekly chart in bear market in weekly chart, yes. Correction in monthly, you see, is different. So the only thing we are doing here is we are trying to find the best or the cheapest area to buy Bitcoin. So here, if I see Bitcoin is testing the MA55 and every time, according to the monthly chart, is a buy, what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy. See? Here, MA55, simple. Okay? So I think that's it. Now, one thing. you wanna be, if Bitcoin, as I said before, if you wanna see, I hope never, but we will see it in some point. If we see a bear market for Bitcoin, is because Bitcoin is breaking actually this structure, $10,000, $6,000. If you see one day Bitcoin breaking even lower, and closing the monthly there, well, you will see Bitcoin, I don't know, 1,700. I don't know, and all the cryptocurrencies will be destroyed. That I don't think that is gonna happen. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I think that's it. So let me just recap here for Bitcoin. In general, I am not buying altcoins. Just I am looking for Bitcoin. I'm gonna start buying altcoins after I see Bitcoin finally is in sideways in consolidation phase, and maybe after we will see a major bounce, a major buy signal in weekly chart or monthly. Not now. I'm expecting major correction for altcoins in general. So, as I said before, any close below $38,000 this month. Let me see here. $37,000. Any close this weekend, you see Monday, February 1st, Bitcoin closing below here. Be ready, because in the next 2 or 3 months we will see maybe a little sideways, and after that, in general, other leg down and testing the MA55. You want to see Bitcoin closing above 37,000. The close is very important. Weekly chart, as I said before, the close is the most important thing. Maybe next month if we see other leg down to $30,000, but if the close was good, maybe this could be a potential buy signal. Now, when the chart, as I said before, this is just a bounce, and we are gonna just keep falling. Okay, so but as I said, pay attention, and if you are trading altcoins and you are buying right now altcoins because you are thinking is the bottom, maybe you will make money, yes, but please manage your risk, because in my case, I am not trading altcoins right now. About the training programs, I am gonna launch next week the first training program in my website. I'm gonna publish the official website of this channel, I think next week. For all the members in the Discord, in my Discord group, all the very basic level of trading is gonna be free. If you want to progress little by little and you want to take the other programs, please check the plans. But yeah, I think I'm gonna launch the programs next week. And also, last thing, I am working with my own version of the squeeze momentum indicator here. Actually, I am working here, as you can see here. I am programming here, and here is the potential next version of my squeeze momentum indicator. It's not finished, of course. This is just I am still programming here. I think it's gonna be ready maybe this weekend, and I'm gonna show you. And this one is gonna be free. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and see you next time.